Hi, welcome to my another video today. I will help you choose the 4 best robot vacuum without Wi-Fi on the market. I have made it based on my personal researches and I am try to list those based on price, quality, and more. We have included links in the description, so make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Starting number 1, Wifi RoboVac 11S. This thing sucks, in a good way. Its suction power is much stronger than most Roombas, which are often more expensive. Boasting a 1,300 pascals of suction power, this robot vacuum picks up so much dust and pet hair. I always do a full vacuuming session every other week with my Dyson, so I think of a robot vacuum as a supplemental vacuum. I was shocked at how much was in the dustbin after its inaugural cleaning. In fact, with pet fur and hairs all over the house, the Wifi RoboVac 11S picks them all up very efficiently. It also does a very good job of micro-cleaning, picking up small bits and pieces of debris, but is not efficient in picking up heavier grains or pellet-sized fragments, small pebbles, etc. Considering the price, the battery life of the Wifi RoboVac 11S is great. It runs for an average of 100 minutes on hardwood floors with the standard suction mode. If you run it on a carpeted floor, which requires higher suction and draws more juice from the battery life will be shorter, about 60 minutes. I also see no degradation of battery performance after a year of use, considering I've been using it on medium pile carpets often. It just goes to show that the Wifi battery pack is built to last. Batteries aside, I also like this robot vacuum because of its low noise. On hardwood floors with consistent, powerful suction, it runs at a volume no louder than an operating microwave. Whenever I work from home, the Wifi RoboVac 11S is quiet enough that I don't even turn it off during conference calls. This might be the thing I am most impressed with. My other Roomba vacuums were loud, to the point where you couldn't even have a conversation with someone in the same room. The only downside to the Wifi RoboVac 11S is the navigation. Its cleaning pattern seems pretty random. In the beginning, this robot vacuum bumped into everything like a drunken, mischievous teenager. As time goes by, it does improve its navigation, but I feel like it could be improved. It also usually gets lost while searching for the dock, but finds it 6/10 times. Sometimes I just help the robot find its way home. Navigation aside, it cleans very well, including picking up cats/dogs' hair and running on medium pile carpet. The battery life is great and the noise level is low. And those are the reasons why the Wifi RoboVac 11S is the best robot vacuum without Wi-Fi or internet connectivity. At number 2, iLife V5S Pro 2. It's rare to find a robot vacuum that vacuums and mops at the same time. It's even rarer to find a budget robot without Wi-Fi that can do both vacuuming and mopping. This iLife V5S Pro 2 is one of them. I tried using this robot every day on my relative's 1,700 square foot house for 7 days. The house has 2 dogs. I turn it on every day before I start my activities around the house, and it makes it so easy to keep up with pet hair around the house. It works great for hardwood, tile, or carpet. As far as mopping goes, the iLife V5S does an okay job. It mops well, but is nowhere near the level of mopping provided by an iRobot Brava Jet. It is, however, decent enough for daily use. Simply replace the dustbin with the water tank to start mopping. Personally, I use this robot for dry mopping, not filling the tank with water, because the battery runs out faster when wet mopping, probably due to the fact that the robot is carrying a water-filled storage tank. I also find it easier to mop spills and liquids by hand instead of using this robot. For an inexpensive robot vacuum without Wi-Fi, I really admire the battery life. It is good for around 140 minutes, after which the iLife V5S Pro 2 returns to the charging station by itself. It goes from room to room without any supervision and is good enough to clean a 1,700 square foot home. My only complaint is the dustbin is pretty small, so you may have to empty it after every use. It's super easy to empty and clean though. Simply replace the dustbin with the water tank to start mopping. At number 3, enter Robot Vacuum C200. I was surprised to see how smart this simple and inexpensive robot vacuum is. It does an outline of an area and then zigzags to make sure every square inch is covered. There's even a setting for it to go slower than usual in higher traffic areas or for a deeper clean. A lot of the other robot vacuums in this price range seem to clean randomly, rather than map out an outline of the area with systematic cleaning. This method is much more effective in my opinion. Also, it is much less annoying, as you won't have to watch the Enter Robot Vacuum keep bumping the leg of a coffee table, trying to figure out how to go to a different direction and escape. This Enter Robot Vacuum only got stuck in one spot, where I had a higher memory foam bath mat, but it worked on all my other mats and avoided my super high pile rug without getting too close to the edges. I am quite satisfied with the Enter Robot's cleaning performance. This robot cleaner has been tested a couple of times under different modes in our pets area, with pet hairs, litters, leftover food, etc. The floor becomes very clean after using the Enter's Robot Deep Clean mode. Unlike higher-end robot vacuums that have an app, this one comes with just a remote control. Personally, I find it better and simpler to use than the mobile app. It's just inconvenient to pair a robot vacuum through Wi-Fi and start a cleaning routine through the app. On the other hand, I can start a cleaning run just by pressing a single button on the remote control, which is much more straightforward. Also, it is easy to know which mode the robot is working on. This is one of those rare occasions where I have nothing bad to say about a product. For such an affordable robot, the Enter Robot Vacuum has no downsides and nothing to complain about. Right out of the box, the instructions were straightforward. You just plug the dock into a wall in an unobstructed area and give the robot a charge and it will be ready to go in no time. The Enter Robot Vacuum is surprisingly quiet compared to other robot vacuums that my friends have. I also hate cleaning brushes on robot vacuums, so I appreciate the fact that this Enter Robot Vacuum has rubber/silicone beater brushes. The brushes have no bristles so hair cannot get stuck. For those of you looking for the best robot vacuum without Wi-Fi that does not break the bank, I would have to recommend the Enter Robot Vacuum for its near-flawless performance for its affordable price. At number 4, honorable mention, Roomba 614. The Roomba 614 is a basic robot vacuum and is one of the rare Roombas that does not have Wi-Fi features. It has few automation features and doesn't come with a remote control or have a companion app. While the manual says the Roomba 614 seeks out the dirtiest areas first, I feel like it cleans rooms in a random pattern, unlike some models with more advanced navigation systems. Surprisingly, however, the Roomba 614 moves itself well and can cover a lot of ground, even if your house is bigger than 2,000 square feet. It's louder than a computer fan but quieter than a regular vacuum cleaner. In terms of performance, this budget Roomba model does an acceptable job overall on both bare floors and high-pile carpets, but struggles with pet hair, regardless of what surface it's cleaning. Just be sure to empty the bin after every cleaning run to keep the Roomba 614 in good shape. Advertised for having up to 120 minutes of runtime, the Roomba 614 surprisingly lives up to the hype. Unlike the older Roomba 600 series that run on a nickel-metal battery pack, the Roomba 614 uses a lithium-ion battery pack found on modern robots. It recharges faster, lasts longer, and drains slower. After trying it out for several weeks, I've noticed that the Roomba 614 runs for about 80 to 90 minutes on a single charge, then automatically returns to the dock when it needs recharging. In fact, a runtime of up to 100 minutes is easily obtainable because the Roomba 614 does not have a lot of the battery draining features that most other sophisticated robot vacuum cleaners do. The Roomba 614 is one of the rare few robot vacuums without Wi-Fi and therefore cannot be controlled with a smartphone. You can't buy a remote control separately either, because there is no remote control made for this specific Roomba model. It has to be manually turned on in order to operate. For a robot vacuum with limited features, I feel like the price is too expensive. There are better robot vacuums out there that cost less, but come with smartphone app compatibility.
So if you want to buy these products, check link in the description box.